What's up, YouTube? It's the quintessential tuber here, and I have another video for you. This one I'm going to call Survivor's Guide to Being an Introverted Teen. So, intro. Alright, so like I said, this one is called Survivor's Guide to Being an Introverted Teen. So, this is by request. So, I'm going to talk about, I guess, surviving being an introverted teen. The teen issues that come with being a teen, but also with the extra added factor of being an introvert. Okay, so like I say, for disclaimer problems or issues, whatever, disclaimer. My disclaimer is I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychologist or psychiatrist. None of those things. But I am an introvert expert. Check me out. You see it. So, what makes me an introvert expert? Well, I've been an introvert for many decades. A few decades. I say that. I've been an introvert for a few decades. And I've been an introvert since I was a teenager. Well, maybe before that, I guess. But I figured out I was an introvert when I was a teenager. So I was a teenager and I knew I was an introvert. A lot of people, like maybe 50 years old, don't know they're an introvert. So, but anyway, I know what you're saying. How in the world could you have known you was an introvert when you was a teenager when you don't even look like you're over 20 right now? Thanks for the compliment, Yeah, but I actually am older than 19, by a few years. So let's just leave it at that. So enough with the niceties. Let's jump into it. So the first thing that I'm going to discuss about this is, well, let's just talk about the subjects. The subjects are understanding yourself, 1, fitting in, 2, teasing and bullying, that's 3, and 4, making friends. I think these are like the top 4 major subjects that come with being a teen, and specifically so towards introverts. So that's what I'm going to focus on. Hopefully this is helpful, and I take suggestions. So if there's anything you would like me to discuss, just let me know. I'll do some research, add my own little 2 cents, figure things out, put up a video, try to help some folks. Okay? So the first thing is understanding yourself. So understanding yourself as an introvert and an introverted teen, here's some advice. I have to explain brain stem energy because that really is the crux of being an introvert and an extrovert. So let's just say when an introvert wakes up in the morning, an introvert has high brain stem energy, meaning their mind is already active, just waking up. Whereas an extrovert has low brain stem energy. So why does this matter? Because there are 2 spectrums here. Low stem energy, high stem energy. When your stem energy is high, that is stress. When it is low, that's boredom. And the brain tends to want to be somewhere in the middle. So introverts wake up with high brainstem energy, meaning they're like borderline stress. So they have to be, or they live a low energy life. They don't do a whole lot of socializing. They're not very social, and they tend to want to be by themselves because psychologically or unwittingly, their brain is making them chill out so they don't get stressed. Whereas extroverts, they have to be social because they have this low brainstem energy, so they have to be active in order to bring the brainstem energy up because they don't want to be bored, or the brain doesn't want to be bored. And I was looking in the screen all of that time instead of in the camera, so forgive me for that. I got to remember I got this camera in front of me. I'm just looking at myself. whatever. Okay, so like I said, that's the first thing. Understanding yourself. So understand that as an introvert, it's the brainstem energy, and that's why introverts like to be by themselves. So the next thing, fitting in. Introverts usually don't fit in because we are outnumbered by extroverts 3-1. So here's my suggestion. Don't fit in. Don't even try to fit in. It don't matter who says you have to fit in. You don't have to fit in. Just be yourself. So being yourself, you gain confidence of who you are and you become comfortable in your skin. And once you become so comfortable in your skin that you don't allow other people to affect you, then you gain their respect. You earn their respect. So don't even try to fit in. Just be yourself. As the saying was, being cool. Being cool really means you're conforming to a standard way of conduct. You have to dress a certain way, talk a certain way, and do certain things so you're cool. You fit in. But are you being you? Be yourself. If you don't fit in, so what? Find others who are like you. Have your own little circle. You guys be yourselves. You don't have to fit in. You don't have to be cool. You have to be you. There's only one of you in the entire universe. So just be yourself. Don't be nobody else. Okay? So now, let's go to teasing and bullying. And I think they're kind of the same thing. When I was growing up, bullying meant you just get beat up. Ain't nobody really. They talked about your clothes if you was really poor and your clothes were dirty or holy. But mostly you got beat up when you were being bullied. It wasn't with words. It wasn't social media. So I grouped those two together. So I'll say this. As an introvert, you have good high intellect. So use that intellect and be smart about these bullying and teasing situations. Most introverts have a sense of sarcasm. So if someone bullies you or teases you, use your sarcasm to shoot dots at them. Or use your sarcasm to just, I'll say, because a lot of people frown upon sarcasm. So use being an introvert as a way to see these situations as ways to use your intellect. If somebody say, "Oh, you don't ever talk to nobody. Something wrong with you." Be like, "Yeah, I don't talk to nobody. I guess you're right. But there's nothing wrong with me." You know, just not the type of sarcasm to, I don't know, smart alecky, but sarcasm in a way that, if you agree with them, then they're going to be like, what's wrong with him? So don't let it affect you. And if it does affect you, don't let them see that it affects you. Then you can avoid the bullying or the teasing or whatever, and you'll become stronger. You'll be more comfortable in your skin and more confident about who you are. So that's teasing and bullying. Next, making friends. And making friends is difficult even if you're an extrovert. So, but making friends as an introvert and then being a teen on top of that, and then maybe you don't understand yourself, you don't know why you're different. So that's a lot of extra. But making friends, first of all, if you are introverted, what you should do is find another introvert and be friends with that introvert. Then that way you have something in common and you will have something to talk about and you can confide in each other. And let people see you talking to this introverted friend in public. Then they'll be less likely to say that you're weird or you're different because they actually see you talking to somebody. People generally think that that's how you should be. You should be talking to people. So talk to your introverted friend in public, in the lunchroom, playground, teenagers. You don't have playgrounds in high school. Okay, so another thing. Try making friends with an extrovert. Yes, make friends with the enemy. Find an extrovert. Be cool with this extrovert because this will help you see the other side. This will help you to integrate into their world, and they could see you quite differently because that person is talkative and they'll know it and they're like, oh wow, he's cool with him or whatever. But it will also help you grow as a person because then you'll know how to adapt and how to live in the extroverted world. Because being an introvert, you're not going to get far if you do not know how to be around extroverts. And you actually are going to have to adapt and sometimes become a chameleon and be an extrovert. The other statement I say introvert, whatever, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, you have to be an extrovert sometimes. So get an extrovert friend, you know, that person can help you change things up a little bit. If you're feeling bored, then, you know, you get with this person and, you know, they might take you to a party or do some crazy stuff that you might not normally do. And that'll help you mix it up a little bit, break up the monotony. You know, like I said, these are just my suggestions. That was number 4. But just give it a try. I hope this is helpful. And if you have any suggestions, you can leave them below. If you think there's something that I should mention, you know, leave it below and I'll look into it, and then I might have to make a part 2. I haven't said that in a while. I used to say that every video. You know, I might have to make a part 2. I might have to make a part 2 to this. So thank you guys for watching. I haven't said this in a while, but like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Alright, so this is Quintessential Tuber. Have a good one.